North Loup area has always been known for having a number of farmers that raise popcorn. What you maybe didn't know is that it also is the home of one of the world's leaders in raising popcorn seed. For this segment of All in a Day's Work, reporter Brian Gnuse stopped by for harvest.
It might be hard to believe, but as much as 20% of the world's supply of popcorn seed comes from right here at Zangger Farms. But this growth didn't happen all at once. It all started pretty slowly back in the early 1980s for founder Chuck Zangger.
My grandfather and father were always in raising popcorn and selling popcorn as processors and small farmers. And I was doing the same thing. And in 1982, in September the 5th, we had 600 acres of popcorn, and we had an early frost that September the 5th. And although the yield was still pretty good, the popcorn wouldn't pop.
He said the crop was a total loss, and as you might expect, he complained to the person who sold him the seed.
And he said, well, if you don't like it, why don't you breed popcorn yourself, and I'll help you do it.
That is exactly what he did. I caught up with Chuck and his son Josh in the nursery area of the farm. Today, all three sons work at the business. Their seed is grown in 30-plus countries around the world.
There's around 5 other seed companies in the United States that do similar things to what we do, but we are the only one that does its primary selections in Nebraska.
And according to Josh, the hardest part of creating a hybrid is making the parents.
So once we develop a parent, we find, hey, this is the one that creates the good hybrids. We've got to increase that parent, because sometimes we start with 1 seed, maybe 40 seeds. And we need to turn that into 100 pounds quickly, 500 pounds quickly.
That is where this isolated increase field and many others like it are used. Even with all of the technology available today, at this stage in the process, the best way is still by hand.
Yes, the reason we still hand pick is because there's no machine that can maintain the purity that we are looking for, that versus the actual human brain or human influence that you get when you're hand picking.
This crew comes up from Mexico, and they help us hand harvest our experimental varieties that then we turn and ship out all over the world.
So they here for just the season, and they go back. So these help a lot of people, because those fields, they need this.
Julio Zeladon helps translate for the work crew and says that most of them have helped handpick here before and always want to come back.
The whole crew was lucky to have Nick here. Him and his crew, they explain us everything what we have to do and make the job for us so easy. They have many years coming to this company, and they like it because they treat them very well.
The Zangger leadership say they expect to keep using this hardworking crew for future harvests.
We need to make sure that we keep that pure, and that is so very important. That's why we spend the time and money to pick it by hand and sort through it by hand.
And looking back, the decision nearly 40 years ago to start creating their own hybrid popcorn seed was a good one.
Dad started this business because he saw an opportunity and he wanted to solve a problem. The whole family had opportunity to be part of something that turned into something special.
Yeah, it's been real fun. It's been very interesting. I've never been bored, and you're always looking forward to the next year.
Reporting near North Loup, I'm Brian Gnuse.
And now that the harvest is nearly done, it is time to pop and taste the thousands of different varieties they raised. So if you love popcorn, maybe see if they have an opening for a taste tester, but just know that there is no butter or sugar allowed.